Today, I don't know why I just did that. Today, I wanted to make Lenny some hamster treats, and these are actually inspired by an Instagram account I follow. I'm not gonna try and pronounce their Instagram name because I think it's in German, and I really just don't wanna like embarrass myself, so I'll just put it right here. But they make a lot of different hamster treats similar to these, and I think it's a really healthy option. You'll often see like hamster treat sticks in the pet store, and they're really not the best. They're usually bound together with honey, which honey is a natural ingredient, but it's really high in sugar. And usually you want to avoid feeding things that are like super high in sugars. And there's a lot of ingredients in them that like you just can't pronounce sometimes. KT Forte Diet Pro Health Honey Hamster and Gerbil Treat Sticks. Fructuoligosaccharide. So making your own homemade treats with ingredients you can pronounce and you know what they are is the best option. I have these silicone molds that I picked up from Michael's, and I thought they were just the cutest things ever. There is a waffles one, a gingerbread man one, and then a dog bone one, and these are perfect for making these treats. You don't need these, of course. You can also just make them into balls. The other things you're going to need for this treat, now keep in mind you really don't need these exact ingredients. You could honestly just take your own hamster seed mix and combine it with a healthy flour and water and then create something similar. You don't need to have the specific like seeds and herbs. So for the treat today, I'm going to be using some buckwheat flour. This is one of the healthiest flours. You can use other flours like whole wheat flour or just plain flour, but those aren't the healthiest. I would recommend going with something like chickpea flour or buckwheat flour, and they can be easily found at a bulk food store. The next things I'm going to be including in the treat is just some quinoa, chia seeds, millet, flax seeds, and then I think this is blackberry leaves, and then rose petals. So the very first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is just turn on the oven and preheat it to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So we are going to start by just mixing all of our stuff while we wait for the oven to preheat. This recipe honestly doesn't have a whole lot of structure. If you don't want to put a certain amount of something in there, you don't have to. This is just how I'm going to be making it. So I'm going to start by putting 1 tablespoon of each of the seeds, and then I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of the herbs. Oh gosh. The next thing I'm going to do is get my flour, and I'm going to put 1.5 tablespoons of flour. Next is the water portion, and there's not exactly an exact measurement. You essentially just want it to be somewhat of a dough. If it's liquidy, that's fine. I'm going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of water and then seeing if I need to add more. Ooh, yes, we need to add more. So now I'm gonna add a 2nd tablespoon. Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. So this is a pretty good consistency. So the next step is to just either put these onto a tray in balls, or if you have silicone molds, then you can put them in the molds. Sadie, ma'am, you are in the way. You are not a hamster, so don't even, you know. Oh, yeah, okay, just go through all the setup. Yep, These aren't for you. So once we're done putting these into our molds, we're gonna pop them in the oven. Now, the way I do it is with these molds, I put it in for 20 minutes and then I pop them out of the molds, put them on a baking tray, and then I put them in for another 20 minutes to just really harden. You don't want them to be soft at all. You essentially just want to bake them until they are crispy, or not crispy, nice and hard. Conrad. Oh my god, that's hot. No! His head. Okay, real. His arm. Nope. Whoa. So once you are, stop it. So once you have finished baking them and they are hard, you are going to want to let them cool down, obviously, and then you can store them in an airtight container. And you can feed your hamster these about once a week. They are a healthier treat because it is essentially just seeds, some herbs, and then flour. But obviously you're going to want to feed them in moderation. I look like a marshmallow. Those smell so delicious. Ta-da! We need the supplies. An airtight